first aircraft, because that's like, kind of like your first girlfriend. It's the one you fall in love with the most.
The F-14 Tomcat would rule the skies and become America's favorite aircraft.
It was a sexy-looking thing.
The Tomcat is unique because it has a presence, it has panache. And when you see that airplane, you know it's something like that has never been around and probably won't be around again.
I loved day carrier landings. I didn't like landing at night, but I'm probably not alone in that.
A flying airplane was everything I ever wanted. Big, fast, sexy, the whole thing. It was really cool. I loved it.
It's so absolutely true. Tomcat was the greatest plane in the history of the universe.
It was a man's machine, and you're flying it, so.
We came that close to getting killed, never knew it. It was bizarre.
The way they acquire the jet is exactly how you do it. It's been done before, and that's why we wrote it that way.
Here's some things you have to do that's going to give credibility to the movie. And I do appreciate that they listened, which says a lot about the director and the writer.
When Tom Cruise or when Mav and Rooster are on the top looking down at those airplanes, and I see the cans, no way,
Talk to me, Goose, negative Ghost Rider. There's none of that in the Top Gun 2 that I can find.
When they rolled the Tomcat out, it was kind of the best kept secret, nobody talked about it.
Paramount sent me up to New York to see it a month early, and I was with a civilian who's the editor of military.com, and he's like, what about this is getting to you? I'm like, it's just so real.
The technical director, it just brought even more meaning to that because he was part of our squadron, and he did such a fantastic job on incorporating the realistic effects of the Tomcat in the movie.
I was involved in making the first movie. I was a Top Gun instructor when they filmed the original Top Gun.
100% true, 100% correct. Had to cycle circuit breakers all the time. So much more realistic than the first movie.
There's a couple liberties taken in the movie for effect, but 90% of that is that's how we do business.
The first flight is one of the most memorable ones you have. Because it is the first flight in the Tomcat.
What it was designed for is to punch you in the face before you knew we were coming.
Hit the ramp, end of the Connie, plane blew up.
We launch our weapons, 34-second time of flight, and these 2,000-pound weapons. And now these two SA-6s are in the air. And Scooter very calmly said, what do you want to do? And I said, we came here to dance.
Think of Braveheart with supersonic airplanes, right?
I shot a missile at 5 miles. It guides all the way to the airplane.
As we're exiting the area, we get this frantic call, hey, we need ordnance in our position now.
Not only had long range and great power, but also had dogfight modes.
And now you are driving down at the airplane you're fighting, and it scares the crap out of most people. Although we're grown men, we're still kids at heart as we're out there flying around doing cloud surfing over hostile territory.
Obviously, we were flying it in its later years, so you tend to have a little bit more emergencies.
That airplane was a damn good fight. You could kick the ass of almost any other airplane.